Caitlin Clark
Mm-hmm.
and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Stephen A. Smith just hit the brakes on Angel Reese's ego trip so hard it's left skid marks. And trust me, this is no glitzy Netflix special with a scripted fall from grace. Angel pulled a move that had the internet collectively gasping. Wait, really? If you caught the drama on the hardwood peaked with buzzer beaters, buckle up. Stephen A. didn't just drop a mic, he lit it on fire. The big question, what did Angel do now? Brace yourself.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living you-know-what at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this point.
4 points, yep, that's it, Angel. Reese managed a whopping 4 points as if she was on a scoring diet while sitting throne of rebounds. Even with Caitlin Clark iced on the bench like she's posing for a sports drink ad, half wrapped in ice and the other half wrapped in hope, Angel couldn't seize the moment. She had the ball, the spotlight, and the chance to shine and still managed a stat line that screams and overwhelming. If you can't wait for Reese's next blooper, then comment "Fire the baby giraffe" down below. Let's go.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that.
This performance was less "I'll show them" and more "oops, I forgot where the hoop was." While the national narrative featured Caitlin Clark sidelined but still managing to impact the game, Angel's contribution was so lackluster it might have come with a polite apology card. 4 points, that's not a stat line. That's a cry for help from someone who just realized they're auditioning for an exit interview.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound.
Okay, sure, she grabbed those bara rebounds, and yes, she treats them like currency, like each one is a free meal at Chick-fil-A, but rebounds without buckets, that's just collecting participation trophies. She's acting like scoring double digits is a chore. Like the WNBA said, here's the opportunity to do more. And she said, nah, I'll pass. It's as if she's treating scoring like a luxury item, nice to have but not necessary.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it!
Life throws her lemons. She makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching. She is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What? Bang!
You know it's a rough night when even the broadcast crew tries damage control. Well, she contributed elsewhere. How? With a cameo in a reality show. Maybe she spent the evening running laps in sneakers that haven't seen the rim since college. The camera even caught her in a glaze, like she was mentally applying for a series, The Real Stat Heroines of the WNBA, where the stats don't matter so long as you look fierce.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine.
And look, Angel Vance started in with swagger for days, lashes, nails, and hair on point, and confidence unshaken. But that episode screamed, "I peaked in college," loud enough to wake the NCAA archives. This isn't the Bayou Barbie takeover. It's turning into the Desperate Housewives of the WNBA, and Angel's pouring over a lonely glass of Pinot asking, "Where's everyone gone?" Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, despite being elbowed and iced, still puts up points, dishes assists, and hits threes like she's playing in her backyard gym. She doesn't just show up, she shows out. Angel had the perfect setup, no Caitlin, full attention, and the mic handed to her, and she still flopped.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
That stat line sure, Bara Bayout scream hustle, but rebounds aren't the same as impact. You can box out 30 players and still watch your shot clang off the front rim. Angel was out there snagging rebounds like cards. Got to catch them all, she said, then never use them.
Part of that, Stephen A., is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlin and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. I mentioned no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer a car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that. Bang!
Now the whispers are getting louder. Yep, the same whispers that claim Angel compared herself to Michael Jordan. This isn't a high school pep rally. If you're not scoring, you're not playing. And right now, Angel's contribution might be her sideline runway looks or keeping seats warm, not exactly MVP behavior. If she sees her minutes shrinking, she might want to check with the stylist before the stats coach.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader outside of rebounding her own missed layups. What does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
This was supposed to be her breakout year, the moment she proves she's more than just an attitude with highlight clips. Instead, she's turned into the version of a viral trend, big hype, quick, and now she's the punchline and highlight reels. Remember the milk crate challenge? That's how Angel's season started. High, then she took a shaky step, and now we're all watching her fall, just not fast enough for the rest of us.
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese,
And don't get it twisted. People were genuinely rooting for Angel Reese to succeed. She came into the league as a machine. A walking storyline, the rival to Caitlin Clark, the drama, the flair, the Bayou Barbie spectacle the WNBA could market for months. She had all the charisma. The college stardom, the viral moments, but all that glitter means nothing when you're putting up numbers that wouldn't scare a junior varsity team. 4 points isn't just underwhelming, it's becoming symbolic. Unless she's out here performing some kind of postmodern sports satire about inefficiency, this isn't cutting it, and now fans are waking up. They're logging on, watching the games, and going, wait, that's it. Twitter was on fire, not with admiration but confusion. 4 points again. She's grabbing rebounds like a beast, sure, but offensively she's gone missing like a left. Even her die-hard fans are trying to rewrite the narrative, posting threads like, we need to talk about how Angel Reese is actually good, you just don't understand basketball. Karen, please, she's struggling like a flip phone in 2025.